Hi guys, I'm Dilwan Herat. So in the last video that I made, I discussed the part A of the 2008 A-level trigonometry question. So in today's video, I'm going to be discussing the part B of that same question. So the question is, let x, y and z be any three non-negative real numbers such that x plus y plus z equals pi and cos x plus cos y equals 1 and t equals sin x plus sin y. And then they tell us to show that tan inverse t equals x plus y over 2 and that t is greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to root 3. And after showing both of those, finally they say hence find the values of x, y and z when t attains its maximum value. Alright guys, so without wasting any more time, let's get straight into the question. So first I'm going to be showing what we have to show in Roman number 1, and then I'll be doing the second part of the question, and finally I'll move on to the last part of the question. So first they've asked us to show that tan inverse t equals x plus y over 2. So as you can see over here, I've written the data that has already been provided to us in the question, and over here I've just written some basic theories that we need to know in order to do the question. So yeah, let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to take these two equations. So first I'll take this equation. So we can write cos x plus cos y equals 1. We can write this as cos x plus y over through 2 cos x minus y over 2 equals 1. I got this from this equation which we've been taught for trigonometric theory. So we'll name that as equation 1, and then I'll write the other equation, sin x plus sin y equals t. Then we can write that similarly using this. We can write as 2 sin plus y over 2 cos x minus y over 2 equals t. This will be equation 2. So basically the same concept that's been used over here and here, but instead of a and b in these questions it's x and y. So basically I just took the same equation that's there and applied the same concept into this question as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide 2 by 1. So we can write 2 sin x plus y over 2 cos x minus y over 2 over 2 cos x plus y over 2 cos x minus y over 2 equals t over 1, in other words, which is t. So now as you can see, cos x minus y over 2 and cos x minus y over 2 get cancelled, and this 2 gets cancelled out as well. So now we just have sin x plus y over 2 or cos x plus y over 2 left. So we know that sin over cos is tan. So we can write this as tan x plus y over 2 equals t. So through this we can say tan inverse t equals x plus y over 2. So that is what we've been asked to show in Roman number 1. So now that we've shown what we need to show in Roman number 1, we can move to Roman number 2. So in Roman number 2, we've been asked to show that t is greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to root 3. So once again, I'm going to take these two equations. Write cos x y equals 1. This can be equation A, and then sin x plus sin y equals t. This can be equation B. What I'm going to do is I'm going to square both equations and then add them together. So a squared plus b squared. So cos x plus cos y squared is the same as a plus b squared. So a plus b squared equals a square plus 2ab plus b squared. So in the same manner, cos x plus cos y squared equals cos squared x plus 2 cos x cos y plus cos squared y. And similarly, sin x plus sin y squared is equal to sin squared x plus 2 sin x sin y plus sin squared y. This is equal to 1 plus t squared. So we know that sin squared theta plus cos squared theta is equal to 1. So similarly over here, sin squared x plus cos squared x, we can take that as 1, and then sin squared y plus cos squared y can be considered as 1 again. So 1 plus 1, and then we are left with these two terms. So I am going to take the common 2 out and keep this as cos x cos y plus sin x sin y equals 1 plus t squared. So my objective of this is to subject t square. So I am going to take t square to this side, t square, and as you can see, when this one goes to this side, it gets cancelled out with one of these ones. So then just one is left over here. So it becomes 1 plus 2, and as you can see, cos x cos y plus sin x sin y is what you get through cos a minus b, as you can see here written over here. So in other words, we can write this as cos x minus y. But once we expand this, it becomes cos x cos y plus sin x sin y. So I simplified it and wrote it as cos x minus y. So yeah, basically t squared equals 2 cos x minus y. So I need some space to do the rest of the question, so I am just going to erase what I have written on top over here. And I am going to write this equation on top. T squared equals okay, so we know that cos theta, the range of cos theta is minus 1 plus 1, right? So over here x minus y is the angle related to cos. So we can write cos x minus y is greater than or equal to 1, less than or equal to minus 1. So basically I wrote this is the range for cos theta. So then what I am going to do is I am going to multiply the whole thing by 2. So then it becomes minus 2 cos x minus y 2, and then I am going to add plus 1 to each side. Then it becomes 1 plus 2 cos x minus y 2 plus 1. So as you can see, this becomes minus 1 is smaller than or equal to, in other words, this 1 plus 2 cos x minus y is t square. So we can write t square, and on this side it's 3. So we know that the square value is always going to be greater than 0. Any square value will always be greater than or equal to 0. So it's definitely not going to be minus 1. So we can write this as 0, as t square is greater than or equal to 0, because it's definitely not going to be equal to minus 1. So we can straight away write it as 0, and over here we can write in brackets that t square is greater than or equal to 0, and that's the reason we substituted this minus 1 with 0. So now if you square root the whole thing, it becomes 0. This becomes 0, it doesn't change, and this becomes root 3. So we get t is greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to root 3, and that is what they've asked us to show in Roman number 2. So yeah, so now since we've successfully proved Roman number 1 and Roman number 2, now we can move on to the last part of the question. So in the last part of the question, they say, hence find the values of x, y and z when t attains its maximum value. So through this, it's clear that t's maximum value is root 3. So now we can write when t equals root 3. Now I don't know if you all remember, but in Roman number 1, we proved that tan inverse t is equal to x plus y over 2. So now if we substitute t by root 3, you can say tan inverse root 3 equals x plus y over 2, and tan inverse root 3 is pi over 3, because tan pi over 3 is equal to root 3. So you can see is equal to x plus y over 2, and then if we cross multiply it, we get x plus y equals 2 pi over 3, and this can be equation P. Okay, so I'm going to need more space, so I'm just going to write this over here on this side, and I'm going to erase this part so I can create more space for myself. Now I'm going to consider this equation, cos x plus cos y equals 1. So cos x plus cos y equals 1. So as we wrote before, we can write this as 2 cos x plus y over 2 cos x minus y over 2 equals 1. So as you can see, we've over here we've shown that x plus y is equal to 2 pi over 3. So we can write 2 pi over 3 over 2 to cos x minus y over 2 equals 1. So this becomes 2 cos pi over 3 cos x minus y over 2 equals 1. So as we all know, cos pi over 3 is cos 60, which is also equal to half. We can write 2 into half cos x minus y over 2 equals 1. So as you can see, these gets cancelled with this. Then cos x minus y over 2 equals 1. Therefore, x minus y over 2 plus cos inverse 1. And we all know cos inverse 1 is 0. So then we can write x minus y over 2 equals 0. So then x minus y becomes 0. Therefore, we can say that x is equal to y. I'll write this that on the side over here. X is equal to y. So now, through this we can say from P x plus x, because since x is equal to y, we can substitute x to y is equal to 2 pi over 3. So 2x equals 2 pi over 3. So that means x equals pi over 3. So yeah, we found one of the things that we have to find out of 3. So now since x is equal to y, we can say therefore y equals pi over 3. Now we found 2. And now finally find z. What we need to do is we need to use this data that they gave at the beginning of the question. So they say x plus y plus z is equal to pi. So then we can write x plus y plus z equals pi. Then we can substitute pi over 3 to both x and y. So pi over 3 plus pi over 3 plus z equals pi Therefore, z equals pi minus 2 pi over 3, which is also equal to pi over 3. So yeah, through that we've done the last part of the question as well. So the answers are x equals pi over 3, y equal pi over 3, z equals pi over 3 as well. So yeah, that's it. We successfully completed the part B of the 2008 A-level trigonometry question. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. I really hope you all learned something of value from watching this. And I'll leave you all with Booblu Boopsu Boop.